Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. The National Workers' Union has brought to the attention of the Acting Labour Commissioner a deunionization initiative being undertaken by the management of Secure St. Lucia Limited. According to the NWU, this is a step by the company, which is as a result of a recent conciliatory meeting between the union and Secure St. Lucia Limited, which was chaired by the Acting Labour Commissioner, Cornelia Jamatis. The union says the results of the meeting were extremely clear and understandable to both parties, and that the company was advised to recommence the outstanding overtime payments due to security guards for over 6 years. The union claims that workers are now being threatened to forgo the overtime payments due to them in order for their jobs to be secured. The company hosted a breakfast for workers during which they were asked to sign the documents. The union feels that a padded list will be submitted by the company to the Department of Labor. The Department of Health and Wellness recently brought the curtains down on activities marking Vaccination Week. More from Fennell Neptune.
Vaccination Week activities culminated with a health fair on the Dennery Police Station grounds, promoting the importance of vaccination and healthy living. Vaccination Week was celebrated under the theme, Protect Your Community, Everyone Do Your Part. Principal Nursing Officer Alicia Baptist says the activity allows for raising awareness about the importance of getting vaccinated to prevent infectious diseases.
What we are doing today is to focus on the preschoolers, and so as you see we have some preschoolers and we are looking at their vaccination schedule, making sure that they are up to date, that they are covered, and also to educate the parents and teachers on the importance of vaccination. You want your children vaccinated to prevent them from acquiring diseases that would of course cause them to either get sick or the worst scenario to die.
Baptist also called on parents to play an important role in supporting vaccination.
St. Lucians need to avoid listening to all the negatives about vaccination and understand that vaccination is important and that we need to vaccinate ourselves and also our children to again have a healthy nation.
The concluded vaccination activity included blood pressure and blood sugar testing, nutrition education, counseling, and oral health education. Reporting from the Communications Unit of the Ministry of Health and Wellness, I am Fennell Neptune.
Human rights attorney Mary Francis is calling on citizens to take up the mantle to advocate for respect for human rights in a country where she says the voice of the majority is all too often silent. Speaking as a guest on Hot 7 TV's The Hot Seat with Tresha Lionel, Francis says it's time to pull together to ensure that the society we live in is one where human rights are understood and upheld.
We need to have a broad network of persons who are interested in ensuring that the rule of law exists in St. Lucia, because human rights is all about the rule of law to a certain extent. All government, the rule of government is to protect human rights. So as citizens, I think we need to have more people to come out, and not by themselves. When you organize, you can have a stronger voice and a stronger impact. Come together in an organization whereby we can actually do the work which must be done in St. Lucia, because there's lots of things which are not happening that should be happening in St. Lucia, legislative-wise and otherwise. And when we sit on the sidelines and just observe, or we just call the media, the work which has to be done will never get done. Government cannot do everything. Government is sometimes short-sighted by their political agenda, by opportunism, expediency. But persons who are genuinely concerned about the society and the ills of the society should not stay on the sidelines.
The vocal attorney, who says she has certainly seemed to burn some bridges, says she can now see light at the end of the tunnel as more people begin to understand what her cause really is.
It has not been a very easy road for me in terms of acts of discrimination. In the early days at supermarkets, you would notice what is being done and so on. Persons would chat at you when you walk into the streets, and it has not been a very smooth sailing for me. And I expect that because in St. Lucia, like in other parts of maybe the Caribbean and the world, human rights persons or advocates seem to be persons who actually, by standing up for the vulnerable and marginalized and making sure that the rights of persons who are in custody are respected, people try to misunderstand. And in a smaller society like St. Lucia, where partisan politics is so sharp, supporters of the party in government perceive the work that is being done as being confrontational, an attack on the government. So you have it from all sides. And then when the other party gets in, their supporters also see you as a threat to the government. So in a sense, as people say, the work that I do, it goes with the territory. But so far, I think I have seen a change in that persons, when you walk the streets, they seem to commend me for what I am doing, in terms of, they say, okay, we're helping the voiceless person and trying to actually stand up for persons.
That was attorney and human rights advocate Mary Francis. The city of Castries and borough of Point Fortin in Trinidad and Tobago will on Sunday forge a strong and a long-term working relationship through the signing of a twinning agreement. This agreement will promote a strong regional partnership. It will also encourage various initiatives to increase tourism and economic development, promote cultural and professional exchanges, as well as exchanges in best practices, strategies, and policies. Both the city of Castries and the borough of Point Fortin have enjoyed cordial relations since Mayor Peter St. Francis's official visit to the Twin Island Republic in November 2018. Speaking ahead of the twinning ceremony, the mayor says this small but significant step will propel the city of Castries into a new direction. Mayor Francis will depart the island today, Friday, the 3rd of May, and return on Monday. Well, you're watching the Hot 7 Nightly News. Don't go anywhere because Tennyson Glasgow is up next with the sports news.